Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to episode number 15 of my AC Milan Football Manager 2015 Let's Play. And today, we'll be going into the next couple games in the league. We've got Verona and Genoa. They're both teams we should be beating here. Some of these games this season I've dropped points, but we're playing at home against Verona. They're in 18th, and Genoa away from home, they're sitting in 19th. So I've got to look for 6 points here. No excuses, and we're on better form. There's no excuses here. We're playing better, so we should show that in the results. I hope anyway, because we need to continue that. We've been getting wins, so we just need to push on. We beat Roma in the last game. We've got to push on to actually overleap them here. We could with a draw, because we've got the results between the teams now with a win, so that should be in our favour, as we drew them last time at home and we won away, so that's definitely in our favour because they haven't beat us this season and we have beat them. So we should take that fourth position and then apply the pressure on Fiorentina, who are dropping down a little bit. They started really well, but yeah, a lot of draws and losses coming in now for them. So we're going to apply the pressure. We'll have an important game against them, and that's at home for us. Oh, that's going to be huge. A few episodes down the track, but I should update you on another free signings I've made. I've made the signing of Krivstov. Hopefully, can he be centre-back for the future? He can be a centre-back for the future for us. He'll break through the national team. Of course, he plays for Ukraine, so I reckon he will be a first-team player, and he's been good. He hasn't played a lot of games. I'm not sure if the start of the season or whatever it is for Shakhtar. But physically good, as you know. But I've already covered him in previous episodes. Thomas Partey, he sounds like he has a lot of fun. But he looks like a very good defensive midfielder. But this is the key thing. He hasn't even given away a yellow card this season, let alone a red. And he's amazing defensively. He's got the 17 marquee. If you go to centre mid, and then we'll go to ball in your midfielder, we'll play him to rotate with De Jong most likely next season. You look, marking 17, key attribute needed. Tackling 15, pretty good. But then those good mentals are covered in that. He's got positioning of 16, teamwork of 17, and work rate of 16. Of course, a couple other poor ones, bravery, aggression, but the aggression's, it's good because it's low. Then he doesn't give away cards, so he won't be missing through suspension. It's crazy he hasn't even given away a yellow card in 22 starts. And even if you take the cup games as well, and even internationally, he made his debut for Ghana. So he's just growing in the football world, and then he's got good stamina, good strength. And he's actually pretty quick around the pitch with 14 acceleration. That's important, but still 15 pace. So he looks to be a good one, doesn't he? He looks to be a good he's playing first-team football in the Spanish First Division, in the La Liga, so with Almeria. So it looks all good for a free transfer, so I'm really happy about that signing. Leave your thoughts. Hopefully you like it. So pretty good defensive signings, I think. But of course, Abate is leaving to Galatasaray. So right back, that may be a situation. We need to make a signing. But of course, we have Deschilio. He'll be that. And something to talk about. Adil Rami, I've got him tutoring someone who was actually thought the fine for Mexes was fine. He was fined unfairly, but I want to be really strict with that, and hopefully my players understand that over time. But he's got a new job. He's tutoring the young Christian Maldini. Of course, a big story behind him and his family with AC Milan. Of course, his father, Paolo Maldini, he played legend at AC Milan, and his grandfather as well, Christian's grandfather in, I think, Cesare is how you say his name. Not 100% sure. My Italian's not the best. But he played for Italy. He played for AC Milan. So hopefully, young Christian can come through. He doesn't have the highest potential in the world. He's not going to be a world-class player. He's not going to be a star player, but he can be a guy that makes an impact. So hopefully, being tutored has, I don't know, I feel his potential can. I just want him to be better, Like, there's just a great story behind him. Of course, just because his father and grandfather were great players doesn't mean he's going to be a great player. But I would love, Adil Rami to help him along, guide him, and maybe his potential can increase. Already, I think it's gone a little bit higher for Maldini. But he's got, 18 determination, Adil Rami, so that's definitely going to work towards that. Obviously, there's big discussions what tutoring actually does with determination, but determination does play a part, because if it's a good training, or if it's a good tutoring kind of period for them. Their determination, it goes to the same determination of the guy who's tutoring him. So that would be amazing for his development and future development for Christian, if it can get to that 18. That's the ideal thing. That's the perfect thing. But obviously his heading right now is what I'm improving. It's not the most crucial, important attribute like for a fullback, but it's still important for defending, you know? Like if a cross comes in and he's not that good in the air. So this begs the question, you got to say, yeah, I think, can he play another position because he's got flair? Do we mold him into something else? What do you think? He doesn't have to be a right back. You can mold him because that flair, yeah, he can be a really tricky player. He can do some special stuff, good composure, one finishing. So he's not going to be a striker, but yeah, even like attacking player, he's not going to be a guy who's going to score goals. So you got to really analyze. He's still got 9 tackling, 9 marking, decent strength. So leave your thoughts how I should mold him into, like, what kind of player. Should I send him out on loan? Should I definitely keep him until the tutoring, while the tutoring's going on? But some other important things, he thrives on playing big matches, so that's a good thing. So he's got potential to be a leading player in the Serie A. Like, he doesn't have the potential to be world class. He's not going to be one of the best defenders in the world. Not going to be the best right back in the world. But he's consistent as well. So, put him playing good matches, playing in big matches, and being consistent, putting in consistent performances, like just the story about him and his family, father and grandfather being legends for the club. You want him to do something. You want him to be some kind of impact. He's not a guy I want to sell ever, really, just to be realistic, to give him a go, because he's got some potential in him, no doubt. I know in the past he hasn't even developed into a decent player. I think in this one he's got a bit higher potential than previous games, but still, I'd really like him to be some kind of player for me, because after just reading some stories about his parents and all that kind of thing, about his father most, Paolo Maldini, he's a legend really at AC Milan and for Italy. I'd like him. Because I've got so many other stories. I want to succeed with AC Milan. He'll just go along with that. That's when I looked at that right back situation. I was looking at my reserve and Christian Maldini. We'll see if we can develop him. But obviously we got Mattia De Sciglio, who's only 22. So that's what I mean. He's going to have to replace him. De Sciglio, being realistic, he's going to be that guy who's going to be a legend at right back. So leave your thoughts what I should do with that kind of situation. But he won't make an impact, at least until he's about 20 or something, 21. Just depends how he develops. He may not even develop, even if he has the potential. All those things, we're going to have to rely on. I don't like to say luck is involved. But with injuries and that, if he gets a lot of injuries, that will hamper him as well. But we'll go in with this team selection, hoping to get a win. But leave your thoughts on Christian Maldini. What would you do? Like, if you were in this situation, you get that report from him, getting him tutored now by Adil Rami. What are your next steps to help him, to nurture him, to be an important player at some level for us? Even if it is just a rotating kind of player, to give him chances. He will do something good if he develops into that leading player in the league, and he's got that flair about him as well. Getting forward, maybe he'll be an impact. You don't really know. So, I just want to give you some thoughts on that. I might focus on that in like other young players as well, not just being a bit biased to young Christian because Maldini, but I'm sure you'd want to see that because of the situation behind him. But anyway, we'll move on to the game because that's kind of the most, it's more like for right now, this is the more important concern. Keeping my job, getting back into Champions League football. Come on. Let's do it for the fans. And we'll go assertively. I'd say a lot more to come from you. But even though we've been playing pretty well. But we'll just go with these to get reactions, And pretty strong. My team's pretty strong now, I feel. Mattia Destro is I'm getting really close to wanting to sign him permanently, He's coming along nicely. Recent form. Getting back to his best. But 2 centimeters, De Jong and Rafinha. Has he been improving a little bit? Yeah, he has. Looks pretty strong. And then you got Menez, Suso, and El Shaarawy. And then, obviously, Destro up front. So, we'll finally get into the game. And hopefully, we can continue. 2 wins in this episode I'm looking for. We could start it well in the first 5 minutes here. Bacchetti, Rafinha. Finds Al-Sharawi. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Destro, what a save. But Menez finishes. Raphael may have been a bit unlucky there. Definitely have to look for that second. But yeah, we started really, really well. Buketti. If he can be consistent, I might sign him as well. Let's go. Oh. And sorry if my voice sounds a bit weird. I've got a bit of a cold as well, like my nose. So, yeah, a little bit of a blocked nose. So sorry if I sound a bit weird in that way. Oh, well done, Buketti. He's improving his performances. But again, it's along because the whole team are improving. Same with Rami. He's been getting better ratings. Now, Al-Sharawi, come on. Come on. Oh, what a tackle by Suso. It might end up being assist. Oh, yes, this is good stuff. This is great stuff. We're playing perfectly now. So we'll continue now. Sorry if you heard it in the background. It was like a phone. We have a crazy phone. It sounds so weird. I'm not sure if you heard it, but either way, we score another here. Come on. Good finish, Suso, against Verona. Yeah, we look to be on right now. I don't want to get too excited, though, because it is a winnable game. Very winnable for us. But it's good to see the signs, you know. Look at that, Christodopoulos. I have no idea how to say that name. So long, man. But this is a great start. It's 2, and we've got to be careful, you know. Anything can happen in Football Manager. But today may not be that day. Today we just look good. We look good. We look on. There we go, Mattia Destro. On the 32nd minute, I really think if he does something in the next game as well, helps us get the point, scores another goal, whatever, we will sign him up. We will sign him up. He can only get better. I've got reports from some guys in the comments that he's developed into a great Italian striker, like the best in the game, like their main striker a few years in. So, yeah, you wouldn't want to pass up the opportunity for 11 million penalty. Yes, Marquez. Game over. Should be anyway if we put this home. Who's this stepping up? Destro. Yeah, come on, Destro. It's your time. Mattia Destro. Steps up. Goes bang. That's class. And we take it back to the very first game of the season. Didn't he miss a penalty? He scored a goal, but he missed the penalty. I remember that. And he turns it around here. That's how you do it for his 16th of the season. What a goal. And he's actually going to turn out, like, to me, it should be, like, or to some people, it may be a no-brainer. He scored one of the most goals in the league this season. So, yeah, that's a big consideration as well. Oh, no, Juanito Gomez. Oh, that was a good challenge. That was De Jong. Put the pressure on him. Yeah, very good. 4-0. Oh, my God. Bruno Pereira. He's going to look to whip this in as they try and salvage something from this game. It looks very unlikely at this point. Got 9 on target. But yeah, we'll just go quickly. We'll go passionately and start that. So I've been trying to see some negatives with this performance, but I haven't really seen one yet. Just trying to analyze it, you know, which is of course a good thing, because you always got to look at that, even with good performances, because it's against a team around the relegation zone. You still got to look in if there's defensive frailties. As you can see, Mauro Gomez, Fiorentina's playing out a huge game. Like, they conceded 2 goals, so you can see they're not playing as best as they were, but they're still in front. Give credit to them, but yeah, they're dropping, which is, I think we're going to hit them at the right time, you know? We have a game, I think it's about in a month or so. So here, I might leave Destro on. Maybe we'll be searching for a hat-trick. Suso will take off, though. Look at all the morale. This is what we need, a huge win. A huge win is what we need. We'll bring on Honda. Again, Honda's an interesting one if we'll keep or sell next season. But he's done okay in the games we played, you know. He scored 3 goals in 6 starts. Again, great performance all around the park. Al-Sharawi, maybe just keep him fit, you know, for next games. And Ola John will make those changes. I reckon, yeah, Ola John could be a good player if he reaches his potential. That's been, I said in one episode to you guys, like maybe Benfica fans or whatever, whoever sees him play and you think he doesn't care or something like that, doesn't, yeah, put in his, put in 100%. And you've got to do that. You can have all the potential and talent in the world, but you've got to put in 110% in training and match day. Come on. Adil Rami puts one home now to make it 5-0. this is exactly what we need. We need a huge win, like I said, to get that perfect morale. Like, basically every single player, or the majority of players in the team, it's either superb morale or very good morale. Because then you can go on a run of winning games. Morale is actually so crucial in Football Manager. If you're new to Football Manager and you're trying to learn the game, good morale. If you can search that by or how to get good morale, either way, like winning games, offer players new contracts, all that kind of stuff, talk to them. But that's so crucial. But look at this, look at De Jong. He's a star player. I don't get that too often where that circle is full. You don't get that too often. He's perfect. And that's because how he's been playing. But yeah, his actual ability, but he's been playing like a star as well. So, maybe Rafinha to come off. Because he's going to be playing, because he can play centre attack midfield. And we can go a bit more defensive here. Maybe just, I want to keep giving our captain, our real captain, Montolivo games and experience he'll show. So I have faith in him. He looks happy. But again, I have a real feeling, even though he's captain, I think we need to let go of him at the end of the season, you know. Or not let go of him. He's contracted. But yeah, to sell him. Because he's not a world-class type. And what I've seen from him so far, he's not really making a huge difference. Even though a captain type brings a different kind of ability. But you want them to be amazing at the same time, you know. If you just look at him solely as a player. And yeah, what he can do for the team is a bit different because he's captain. But you take that away from him, and he just looks like a guy that is not going to be a huge impact going forward right now because of his age and everything like that. Where are we? Montolivo. Yeah, he's 30. He's good passing, everything like that. Creatively, will create stuff. But apart from that, not too much. And he's getting a bit older, so he's Italian international player. But again, he's good passing accuracy. But that's all you really get from him at this point in time. So we'll just say we're really happy with that, and it will allow, because we're going to mould players in, like Medran especially, he's going to come through and be a great centre midfielder. So do we pave the way for him, or still leave him there to give players like that some experience? It's a big judgment, isn't it? If you go to Montolivo, when his contract ends the following season. So maybe keep him until then. Leave your thoughts what I should do. So guys, I did decide to make the move on Mattia Destro to sign him permanently. He just showed that he is good enough now. He's getting back his form. He did kind of go through a mid-season slump, but he's carrying us, hopefully, to a third position for Champions League. So he went for the transfer fee, 11.2 million, but you have to do 11.25. There's the contract details. I do want to show you. Obviously, you have to pay them some money sign-on fee. I actually had to, I had to negotiate that down a lot more and give him a bit higher wages, 120, because he won like 4 million and the agent won like 3 million. So, yeah, I negotiated that down pretty well. And, yeah, we've got him now. You can see some bonuses and everything like that, clauses. You can put a relegation release clause for 0, because basically if you get relegated anyway, you're going to get fired, or even if before it gets to that stage with a team like AC Milan. So, for me, that should be a bargain. He's been, I reckon it's worth. I don't think it's too cheap or too expensive. Definitely not too expensive for him. He's been good this season. Where do we go to check out the stats of the league? Him and Al Sharawi have been up there. Scored 30 goals between them this league season. He scored 16, the same amount as Mario Gomez. And hopefully he can overtake him. That's probably what we need now to decide who's going to come that third, really. Roma's still in with a chance, and Napoli probably not going to give up. Inter, second's probably out of reach for us. Third is that position we go for. We've got a game against Fiorentina a bit later in a few episodes, so I'll be excited for that. But, yeah, you got to get pumped up. It's going to be a huge home game for us, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be a home game a bit later down the track. So, yeah, that's going to be so exciting. But anyway, he's going to be joining permanently now. I accepted that. So hopefully he can have a long career. Of course, he's coming from Roma as well. We wouldn't want him to have... I think, Destro's been a bit up and down. You can't doubt it this season. But he's definitely scored enough goals. So moving on to the next game now. Against Genoa. It should be, hopefully, another good win. Obviously not at home. It's away from home. The Verona game was probably one of our better performances this season. And yeah, especially after that Destro, he's came alive with those 2 goals. Suso as well. He's got some good potential in him. Good signing from Liverpool they made in real life. He can be a good player. That's only 1.4 million. That's really, really cheap for a guy, I think. Yeah, what Suso can do. I think I signed him for a big amount when he was at Liverpool in an earlier save. I think it was with Sociedad. I did a stream way back when streaming was a possibility for me. It actually worked, but either way, yeah, he was a killer player. I signed him for at least, yeah, around 10 to 15 million, just if I can remember properly. But yeah, he was a pretty good player, so he was getting big assists and playing in the same role that he is for us now, you know, like attacking midfield. So hopefully, yeah, he can do that. Provide a lot of assists for Destro. And Destro is only going to be complemented with like Al-Sharawi around him. That's exactly what I wanted with this. One of those inside forwards. Now, this is all we need now. We need another inside forward playing on the right side who can score as much as Al-Sharawi. So that's what we're going to be looking for. Menez is not doing that. His finishing is a bit too low. So he's been amazing in real life, but I may have to sell him if he's not having that output. And before he hits like that 28, 29, that's when he starts heading down in value. We'll still be able to get something reasonable for him. But this season, saying that, he's made an impact. You got to look at the games he started, though. He started 11 games for 6 goals and like 5 assists as well. We've got Ola John, but he probably prefers on the left side. He's improving nicely, some up, some down. So yeah, he's coming along okay, I suppose. But yeah, Al-Sharawi has started 23 games. So you got to look at that, the difference between Menez. But you still look at the finishing kind of attribute that needs to be improved. But it probably won't because of his age, even though we are working on the finishing and training with him. So this will be a lineup. Bring Alex into the team. Just going to see if he's... he's not even happy as well, but his morale is still a bit better. Like I don't know whether to play him or Mexes. Mex is a bit unhappy because he's disappointed about the fine against Juve way back when, but so which probably will lead me letting him go. But Alex has 1 more year in his contract, so he's and I've been looking at previous episodes and people were saying I need to change the defense, but there was only so much I could do, you know, especially with the fee for Destro. That's what I mean, saying I don't have much money, so you got to take that out of the situation. If you said like I had about 20 million, no, we have to put the money into Destro, and now we only have 5 million, so you can't do a lot with that. And I would reply with, this is what it is. It's going to take time. Like we've signed Sergi Christov on a free transfer. He's going to come in next season, and next season we're going to be a bit better defensively. He can grow a bit as well. And then there's also Thomas Partey, the defensive midfielder. I think his tackling actually went up one. Last time I checked, it was only 15. So told you he can develop, and he's going to keep continuing on that. So yeah, I think we're going to be all right. We're going to be right in that way. So we shall go into the next game. Mentari's injured as well. We're actually getting a lot of injuries late. We can only... Okay, I know what I'm going to do here. We'll drop out Mentari. There we go. We're going to promote maybe like a Hashim Astor or something like that. Let's see all these players available, man. Hashim Astor, how is he going along as well? Yeah, nice in training. Let's promote him into the first team. Move to senior squad. We'll go to the tactics. And we'll bring Hashim in. Oh, he's only on 71 condition. We'll still leave him there though, like maybe for another game. How about Dejan Drazic? Oh, yes, he's 100%. Oh, no, he's tired after the last match, but I'll bring him up as well still because of the injury problems we have currently. Anyone else? How about Davide Di Della Moffetta? Hope you say his name. Di Moffetta. His determination is going up, so that tutoring is working right now with Bonaventura, who has he's dropped off a bit recently because he was doing bad in training, but he's doing a bit better now. So I'm just trying to see if there's a young guy. How about going back to, is Modic a decent guy? Doesn't have the potential in him, unfortunately. Judging off his potential there, he doesn't look bad attribute wise, but just not enough, you know. We've got like a huge under 20, so look how much players. Christian Maldini. Again, he's tutoring by, what's his name? Adil Rami. His determination hasn't gone up yet, but it might be, what's his condition? 84. See, there's no point. I do want to, maybe in like a cup game in the future, I don't really know, but we'll bring in Drazic. He's a bit higher condition, and if he's going to come on, he will. And hopefully he could be a good player for us in the future as well. But we'll go with this team, Settled? Let's go in now. We got to be looking for a win. This has to be a win. We got to keep the pressure of Fiorentina. They're away from home against Empoli. So Empoli, not the best team in the league, but they're playing at home. They may get some kind of result. They're only 2 points ahead of us right now. So crucial to win this game. Oh, look at this. They've got Niang there. And by Niang, see, he's on loan from us. Usually that's not the case, but it's not in his contract. It says he can play against his own team. I'll be pretty mad if he scores against us, to be honest, like our own player. But maybe he won't want to score against us. That could be very interesting, wouldn't it? Because he's on loan, and we need wins to play Champions League football next season. He could be part of that, and he's got some decent potential as well, Niang. So we could be sorted with the strikers. Potential Serie A striker in the future. But talking about that situation, looking for a guy on the right side, like Al Sharawi, should we try and mould Niang into a right winger as an inside forward? And he can be that goal scorer. Because obviously Destro will be key. So, yeah, this is interesting. They're just playing 3 centre-backs and no wing-backs. We could be up for some goals here. No doubt that's why they're down the bottom, because they've conceded quite a few this season if they're playing this way. So, yeah, let's go for it here. Continue this very good form that we are on. So, we'll say assertively, expect nothing but a win from this match, or just, pick up where you left off last time out. A 5-0 win. You have to say that, really. And the rest are, okay reactions. But we can continue off of them and say, I have faith in you. And, that should work. Say that passionately. Some happy reactions there for some midfielders and defenders. And, you get Mattia Destro. But, Al Sharawi's been the one on amazing form. Menez, look, last 5 games, or average rating, 7.32. Nige de Jong as well, very high. Armero, actually been surprisingly good in, I guess, since January. Since we've been, the team has been performing as a whole. So players are going to get better ratings. Oh my God, imagine an early goal here. Armero sets it up. It's a set play. It's Suso in space and he goes all the way back. Okay, let's see what's going to happen here, Rafinha. I'll talk about something in a second involving set pieces, but we'll see what happens here. Al Sharawi set this up. Oh, have to finish. It took a while, but what a decision to play Alex because he finds the back of the net. But this is a feature I'd love to see in Football Manager. It was a feature in later games of Championship Manager for you guys that remember that. One of the later versions. There was actually 3D. Of course, 3D gameplay and everything like that, but for training as well. And you'd go through training drills. I'm sure if you search it on YouTube, like Championship Manager Training, and just put 3D in there as well, you'll be able to find it. And I actually really enjoyed that. I remember playing that game. And you can do training drills. You can actually set up the training yourself, not just go into training in Football Manager and just, choose what you want to work on. You actually, work on the training drills. You choose the drill, the players go through it, and you can see, like, if they take penalties, how much they score. And that was pretty cool. But right now, Destro has a chance. So leave your thoughts on that if you'd like to see that as a feature in Football Manager. Because then you can be more hands-on training-wise. And, I'd really enjoy that personally because I enjoyed that feature. I really liked it. I feel, you had more a hand in developing your players the way you want them to. And, how they'll perform in games as well. Not just judging off their attributes. You can see how they go in training. Oh, here we go. This is amazing. Come on, Elsha! 15th goal of the season, and Genoa, they don't look very good to stay up this season, to be honest. They have to rethink their tactics on first look if they're playing with 3 centre-backs and they're not really a quality team, and they're not playing wing-backs as well, just 3 at the back. It may be the Italian way to play, but still, may have to rethink that. Oh, maybe an error. Menez! Oh, double save made by Perin. He's a good young goalkeeper, isn't he? But Menez, that's what I mean. Those situations, that's got to be finished. And that's not because Menez is a bad player. Just in general. He's not a bad player just because he has the 10 finishing in real life. Oh, not in real life, sorry. In the game, he has 10 finishing. So, the game thinks that. There's this player with a chance and he has 10 finishing. I've had players like that in my Bar City save with more than 10 finishing strikers. So it shows you that's a really poor quality for a top-level player who's actually done well in real life. So I would hate to let him go, but you got to judge his performance in the game, how he's performing for you. You got to be harsh with that sometimes to become an amazing team. So, luckily Niang hasn't really done too much. But this is looking like a nice win, really. Come on. Completely finish the game off. Because if they score another, they're back in. Niang, I was just talking about him as Diego Lopez makes an important save near post. We've had 4 clear-cut chances, so we've been very dangerous ourselves. And we've got to defend as well, and we're doing it here. Well done. Yes, Suso, just get rid of that. Destro, apply the pressure. Pressure. Oh, Rincon does well. I talked about him in a previous episode, didn't I? About a really good defensive midfielder with high attributes. Any changes I should make? If anything, I can notice, like, yeah, some yellow cards coming, even for Rincon, but still. What are we going to say? Just say calmly here, and just say concentrate. Don't need to concede a goal, because 2-0 is a very, very dangerous scoreline. Because if they get one, then you get really nervy. But if you get the next one to make it 3-0, it's more or less done and dusted the game. But here we go. It's Edenilson. But what a challenge, DeCilio. He's going to be a superstar. And it may be hard. It make it hard for other players to come through. But what a goal. Again, it's a goal for Suso. We look very good today. But yeah, Maldini I was going to talk about. It's going to make it hard for him to come through in his preferred position right back if, yeah, DeCilio is going to be the superstar for the team. But I reckon in the future, maybe he could be the rotation guy for him. But again, Destro assisting. That's why I wanted to score him. Well, sign him as well. Because he creates goals. Oh, here we go. Again, this set play going on. I know, this is how I want it. Yes. Penalty maybe. No, it was a good challenge by Edenilson. Because, yeah, for me, general corners, just putting the ball in there. I haven't scored too many like that, so I wanted to, yeah, go with something different. Look at that, Alex. Amazing challenge. Another one of those challenges I talk about that end up being a pass. And Alsha, wow, look at this! Menez! Yes, he deserves that goal. He might have to get a few chances because of his poor finishing attribute. And because he's been getting goals, I reckon his finishing attribute should go up, shouldn't it? I know it doesn't really work like that. It's more about, yeah, the training on that attribute. But, yeah. I'll tell you now, in FM16, Menez will have better finishing than 10 because he scored goals this year. So you look at his attributes. Yeah, I'd love for it just to put it up a few attributes, but I don't even think that's possible. I've never really used an editor before, and I would feel like that's cheating anyway. I think there's an editor in the game, but yeah, I wouldn't. Nah. Even talking about that feels wrong to me. You know, like if I edit something, I'll just feel that's wrong, and I might even lose interest playing. But at the same time, it feels wrong with his low finishing when he's done what he's done this season for Milan, the amount of goals he scored. But anyway, Suso's going to come off. We're going to bring on Honda. I do want to give him some chances, you know, but Destro to come off? No, who's just youngsters? Drazic, maybe Alsha. No, we'll leave Alsha on and put him as a striker. There we go. Drazic will come left wing as an inside forward. And we'll just to be a bit realistic. We'll be a bit realistic here. We'll just make a couple of changes. We'll make the third at some points. But yeah, when I'm winning a game easily, I like to bring on young guys to give them experience. That's my method anyway. And it's easier. You can put more on the bench. In Serie A, 12 on the bench. It helps that. Now, Rafinha, Drazic, do something. Honda, what a strike! He's making it really hard for me not to sell him. Like, if you be honest, he hasn't done terribly this season. He's done alright in the chances he's been given. But Drazic, what a finish as well by Honda. That was a classy finish. But wow, yeah, we'll just leave it. That goal was scored more or less right away as we made the subs. But again, this could be 2 5-0s in this episode, and we may even get at least one more. But they're on right now. Okay, it's not going to be a 5-0. They just scored by Marco Borriello, actually scoring his 16th goal of the season. So he's finding his feet this season for Genoa, scoring a lot of goals. As Bertolacci, you're not going to miss. When you get that ball, it's... Like, when a player is not offside in that position that close, you could put it down to bad defending. If he's not called offside. Or if he's not offside in general in that kind of position, it probably goes down as bad defending. De Jong, he's still got a yellow card. Here, I would like to bring on a Medran here for Rafinha. We'll leave De Jong on. All about giving these youngsters game time. Medran as well, a bit of a up and down kind of training, which a few of my players are having right now, which I'm not sure about. Like, I'm happy he's improving some attributes and others are going down. it makes me feel a bit weird. You know, I hate seeing attributes go down, especially for young guys, because I want them to become amazing, like amazing players for us. Okay. Niang was offside. He hasn't really shown me too much. Come on, let's get a 6. That will be crazy. Menez. What is he going to do? Finds Medran. And now it's Honda. Finds Drazic. Oh, I really want him to get a goal. I want him to get a goal so badly. But we've killed it this game. 8 clear-cut chances. Definitely, again, I've had the faith in my players. Remain a strong faith in my players and my tactics. And it's showing now. It's showing now. That's why I like you guys to analyze my performance at maybe the end of the season, not like in the first few months or something. Because, yeah, in the first few months, people were judging my tactic when we were going down a bit. But we're turning around now, you know. And that's the true ability that we've been showing. Laxalt. Come on, tackle him. Well done, Alex. He's been impressive in this game. Actually, oh, maybe a bit lucky. A bit lucky that we didn't concede there. But we've had a whole host of chances. 17 on target. That's pretty good accuracy. Like 17 on target from 23 shots in total. That's what I like to see. But I'm more so happy about the clear-cut chances because that's what people like to see is what you got to focus on the most. The clear-cut chances you're creating, and 8 is no surprise. We've scored 5 today. Let's get another Honda. Drazic, get one. Or set one up for his mate with the same haircut in Al Sharawi. He's got 16 this season. And, like, he wants to do well. Like, he said he wanted to leave, but also at the same time, I said, yeah, if we don't get in Champions League, I'll sell you. But he was really motivated in his comment. He said, I'm going to try my best to try and get us into Champions League, but if not, he'll want to leave. So, he loves AC Milan. He wants to see us succeed. So, that's what you can't ask for more than that from your players. So, I can't be too hard on him. He acted in a better way than a few other players did. Maybe like in the past, like a De Gea or something, wanting to leave the Arsenal and my Man United save. Al Sharawi, he's dealt with it in a better way. Like just being honest. And that's all I can ask from him. So we move into third now. Or Fiorentina, didn't play the game yet? Huh. Either way, the pressure's on them to get the result. So, guys, here's the results of the other games. Interesting, some bigger teams dropping some points, like Napoli away from home, 1-1. Inter losing at home against Cagliari. Wow, that's huge, especially their 18th. That's a big win for Cagliari. You got to focus on them as well. Like, that's a big result for them. But Inter, dropping some points, rare points drop. And, Roma can't win at home against Sassuolo. Sassuolo's fought well this season. But here's the game. We'll see the result. Empoli at home against Fiorentina. Come on, Empoli. At least try and get a point out of this game. What can they do? Oh, they win! Oh, my God. You got to be honest. They started really well to the season. I remember this Tavano guy having good ratings early. Good goals scored. And was he the... Yeah, he was a striker. But anyway, Fiorentina have dropped. I knew it. They started really, really well. I knew they're a good team, but they weren't that good, surely, with all the games they were winning. Look, early in the season. That was a crazy amount of games they were winning, but they've dropped. Look at that losing period. That's cost them. That's a lot of games lost in a row. Wow. I know some might be cup games during that period. Yeah, one of them would have been a cup game. But 4 losses in a row. And then, 6 games. If you look at the next 2 games are draws. 6 games without winning. 2 points in 6 games. Obviously, we're going to drop. See, we never did that bad, did we? We didn't go... So we deserve probably to be on top of them at the season as at a whole. Like, we never went on that kind of... okay, we did. Okay, we got to be honest. We did as well at the same time almost. 4 losses in a row. But they were kind of at the same time, and then we've gone on a nice run here. We're a bit better. So we did have our losses. Every team will have that, maybe apart from Juve. But we're in great form now. We're going to have a lot of goals scored, and we haven't been conceding much. That's the thing. We've got a much better goal difference now. And, just the game against Fiorentina is just going to be so huge a bit later in the season we're going to play. But we've got 60 goals scored. Still, the 35 is a big thing if you compare it to the other teams. But look, it's crazy that Juve still scored more than us and defended as well as they have. They're just too good. They're the ones we're going to have to peg back in the next few seasons. But wow, that's a huge result. And we scored 11 goals in the last 2 games. But also, we've only conceded 1 goal as a whole. How many games is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only conceded 2 goals in 6 games. Yeah, one of them in the cup. That was 120 minutes. So, yeah, doing greatly defensively. We've improved in all assets of the game. Maybe the few changes I've made to the roles over the course, changing, not playing with the complete wing-backs anymore. Maybe that was slightly too attacking, but we're still scoring a lot anyway without that. So I think that's fine. Playing with a roaming playmaker instead of a centre mid now. Playing with an attacking midfielder instead of an advanced playmaker, playing with a complete forward instead of advanced forward, changing a few things up. That's what you have to do in Football Manager, just experiment. So, yeah, where do you think we can finish? Is second still a target for us? Inter, do we play Inter again? Yeah, we do later in the season at home. So, yeah, first is done. Juve's got the title. They can't lose it from here, surely. They've been unbeaten for the whole season. You can't see that happening. You can't see them losing a game. They may eventually, who knows. But we could almost finish second, and then we'll have that Champions League place, like, absolutely for sure. We don't have to play a qualifying game next season, because if you go to the league table and you go to the rules, where are we? It doesn't say it, but that's how it is. It doesn't say, yeah. It's the top 2 get automatic, yeah, they get automatic allocation or whatever the word is. Yeah, they just get qualify automatically for the Champions League, the top 2, and then the third has to play that qualifying game. It's not the top 4, unfortunately. 4th and 5th will have to do with Europa League football. So, yeah, do you think we can stay ahead of Fiorentina for the rest of the season? No doubt that home game for us is going to be huge, and we're going to go all out to win that. And I'm so glad there's a good period of time, like more than a week before that game, so I can play my best team, don't have to worry about fitness. And yeah, that's going to be important for us. So hopefully enjoy the episode. Leave your thoughts on, yeah, permanently signing Destro. Again, he did really well in the last game. He didn't score, but he created a goal, got a nice rating, over 8. So yeah, things are coming along nicely. And as I've always said, as series or just as a Football Manager save in general, I always do better as time goes on because I have more time to build the squad. The young players I bring in start to get better. And like I said, the more changes I can make over the course, that will show in the results. So you just got to keep the faith with me, though the board has to keep the faith. And as long as I'm the manager, we'll be steadily improving. So hopefully enjoy the video. Drop a like, subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.